Well, hello, everybody. How are you? I'm Camille Smith, owner and creator of You Unlimited and also creator of Restoration Yoga. And I have something to tell you today. I have something that I've been thinking about. How can I help my friends that are experiencing stress and anxiety in these uncertain times? And so I've got some tools that I'll be sharing with you. I think I'm going to do this every week for a little while, every Tuesday. So make sure you put it on your calendar if you want to hear some of these tools and techniques that can help you stress bust. So, stress is inevitable, right? Because we live here on earth and life is stressful. And so we feel that push and that pull and that squeezing of things, circumstances happening to us. And that results sometimes in anxiety, which is very uncomfortable. And the thing is, we can't really control circumstances around us, right? They just happen. And then we have to deal with them or not deal with them, which some people just take it and stuff it down deep inside. And then it pops up later in some kind of illness. So instead of doing that, use the tools that you have at your disposal. And like I said, I'm going to teach you one today to help you. So you do have control over your response to stressful situations, to the push and the squeezing of things happening on you. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is mindfulness. So what does mindfulness mean? Mindfulness, I love the description or the definition of mindfulness that one of my favorite books, Wherever You Go, There You Are, by John Kabat-Zinn. Highly recommend if you want to learn more about meditation and mindfulness. But basically, mindfulness is paying attention in the present moment on purpose, non-judgmentally. So that last part is super important, non-judgmentally, because a lot of us are observant and we do pay attention, but we let our minds run wild and we start making all these judgments and we analyze what this person or that person says or does, and that includes ourselves too. So to practice mindfulness means to be able to do it in a non-judgmental way, paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally. So this technique that I want to show you is called Here I Am. It's pretty simple. So the way you practice this, so if you're feeling that squeezing, that pressure, that stress on you, you can do this anytime, anywhere. And all you have to do is engage your senses. So why does this work? It's because it puts you into the present moment. And when you're in the present moment, you are able to handle whatever's coming at you. We get into trouble when we project into the future what we think could happen or what could happen, and all of the what ifs that cause us so much stress. Those are stories that we tell in our mind. And then we look back in time and we think, well, regrets, I wish I would have done this, or remorse, looking back can also cause that stress. But it's less likely when you're in the present moment, because when you're in the present moment, that's where you feel joy. That's where life is happening now, right now. In fact, you can remind yourself right now in this present moment, wherever you are, you're safe. You're okay where you are right now. That's called present moment or mindfulness. So in order to tap into that really quickly, use this technique called Here I Am, where you engage your senses. So the first sense you'd use, for me, very powerful, is the sense of hearing. So all you do is you listen. Stop what you're doing and you listen. And then you identify those things that you're hearing. For instance, I'm doing that now. I can hear my clock ticking. I can hear noise in the other room. My son's loading the dishwasher right now. Good for him. I can hear the dryer running. I can hear a bird singing. So it's just listing what you hear in that moment. Simple, right? And then you use your sense of sight. So what am I seeing? I look around my space. I see the neighbor's house. I see the pictures of my kids on the wall. I see my dog sleeping at my feet. So you do the same thing. Whatever you see in your field of vision, you just list it out right then. And then another sense you can engage is your sense of feeling or touch. So giving you an example, I feel myself sitting in this soft chair. I feel my feet on the floor, on the soft carpet. I can feel the way the carpet feels underneath my feet. I can feel, what else am I noticing? A sense of calm inside of me. It happens quickly when you start doing this. So whatever the sensations are, so the physical sensations that you feel with your hands, your feet, your back, your legs, whatever it is, but also tuning into the sensations in your body. Like maybe you feel a little something over on this elbow, or maybe my stomach is rumbling because I haven't had lunch yet. Whatever the sensations are, you just pay attention to them and tune into them in the present moment on purpose, non-judgmentally. Remember, definition of mindfulness. Tune into that one as much as you can. And then if you're, well, I'm not eating right now, but if I was eating, I could use that same tuning into my senses by savoring my food, tasting it. That's a whole different lesson on mindful eating. But the main three senses that you can use when you're doing this here I am technique is listening to what you hear, listing the things that you hear, and then sight, what you see in your field of vision, listing the things that you see, and then using your body, your sense of touch, the sensations that you're aware of. Let yourself feel that. Take a couple of deep breaths. Did you know that it only takes 3 deep breaths to kick you into rest, digest, and restore and get you out of fight or flight? So moving into that parasympathetic nervous system where the healing can happen and where you can be more aware. So that's the technique. Here I am. Stop where you are. Engage your senses. And why is that so effective? Because it takes you out of the stories that you're running in your head, and it literally plops you down in the present moment, right where you are, which, by the way, is the place where you feel joy. So I invite you to try this technique. Please share this video if you think it can help somebody else. The more tools you have in your toolkit, the more people you can help, right? So, of course, you help yourself first. You put your own face mask on, like the whole airplane analogy. You can't help other people until your bucket is full. So you take care of yourself first. You learn your tools. And then as you learn them and you implement them in your own life, things start to change for you. People around you notice it. And then you can share it with other people. So you can teach it to your children, to your family members, and you can bless a lot of people's lives. So stay tuned for more techniques to help you bust the stress that you're experiencing. I'm thinking about you guys. I appreciate you. Love you. Adios. See you later.